Hey, Dean Gozowsky here, 3D Property Solutions. I want to share with you a story from my wholesaling past, and it involves this lot right back here. That is, let me show you the landscape here real fast. There's Michigan Central Station right over there, the old train station. All kinds of happening bars over here in Corktown, and right over there is where the old historic Tiger Stadium was at. This lot that this guy's bringing me was a parking lot for Tiger Stadium. That's what it was. In fact, you can see that bridge right across the way. I remember as a kid crossing that bridge all the way to get over to Tiger Stadium. Now, let me wrap this story up, show you what I'm talking about. So this guy calls me up and he's like, hey, I think I found a deal. And he was talking to this real estate broker, and the guy says, yeah, just want $8,000 for this lot over here. And he's asking me if I buy vacant land. I'm like, well, it's probably a deal if it's in the city of Detroit, and $8,000. Let me check with one of my local experts. And I did, and he's like, yeah, we could probably resell it. Yeah, no problem. Well, I called this wholesaler back, and like, here's the lesson that's learned is know your environment, because the wholesaler is like, he calls the broker back and he says, yeah, $8,000, I'll take it. The broker says, no, you dummy. It's an 8,000 square foot lot that's approved for 4 stories. I mean, you see what they're building over here, right? And the lot is for sale for $1.4 million. Now he comes back to me, tail tucked between his legs, and he's like, yeah, I goofed. And I'm like, that's understandable, but it was that lot right there with all the shipping containers on it. Man, in fantasy land, I could have had it for $8,000. Wouldn't have that been sweet? But there's a lot of stuff going on down here. If you haven't toured the city of Detroit, just go drive, man, a lot of stuff going on down here, and it's interesting. So it actually, you have a little bit of a mindset shift. The $250,000 houses are basically non-existent nowadays, right? Inflation's really taken over. Property values are like sky high. It's time to catch up. Adjust your mindset. And figure out what it's like a $400,000 is what the $200,000 property was like 3 years ago. And you just need to digest that stuff, because this real estate market is growing. Are we heading for a crash? I don't think so. Maybe I'm wrong, but when you really look at the statistics here locally in Michigan, we still are operating in a deficit. Okay, there's inventories backwards. Now, it's springtime, so, people are starting to put their houses back on the market, and they're getting scooped up just like that. Interest rates play a minimal role in stuff like that. Maybe a larger role than what I'd be willing to admit at the moment. But, man, when it all comes down to it, constantly make adjustments in your mindset. It needs to be a daily thing. Study the market, study whatever your craft is, and become better. So that way, when the deal comes up, and who knows, maybe $1.4 million is a deal for that thing many, many years ago, because then you start looking at Central Station over here, and I'll tell you that building, let's see here, you can see this one, right, that building. It is a corner lot, and that particular property was for sale for $1.3 million. And that was the whole corner, right across the street from the Central Station before Ford had any plans. And that was still a dilapidated building without any windows. So there's development. Find out where the development is happening, and sow your seed into that particular community, because, man, take a look around you. It's happening.